What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday, October the 8th edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and we sit here today, the day the Toronto Maple Leafs puck drops, rocking the hat, but the story in Toronto is the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, if I can get on my soapbox for a minute, because it's my show, and it's what I want to do, I do have 3 bets coming today. I've got a bet in the NHL, the MLB, and in the WNBA. We will get to that, so if you want those, you can just skip ahead. Whether it's in the video or the audio version, you can skip ahead. Need to talk about the Blue Jays here. They go into last night. They go into Yankee Stadium. They're up 2-0 in the series. They've got Shane Bieber going. About as good a scenario as you could ever possibly ask for. That's if you start the season and you say you're going to be in the ALDS against the Yankees. You're going to be up 2-0 and you've got Shane Bieber going. Will you take it? Of course, the answer is yes. Of course, it didn't go so well. They were up 6-1. There's a few things that worry me. Number one, obviously, they lose the game 9-6. They go up 6-1 in the third inning. And obviously, the big story is the big comeback by the Yankees, the home run by Judge, etc., etc. The Jays didn't score the final 6 innings of the baseball game. That is concerning for a team that put up 10, then 13, and then 6. They didn't score against that Yankees bullpen. That worries me. That's number one. Number two, confidence always worries me when it comes to Toronto teams. They panic. Whether it was the Raptors before Kawhi, the Leafs always, the Blue Jays, they panic. And so now I'm worried. They play well when they're just next man up. Hit a single, hit a double, hit it to the gap. You don't need to hit a home run. As soon as they lost the lead, you saw that panic start creeping in. We got to get it back. We're going to blow it. It becomes a whole thing. That's not Blue Jays baseball. And if they don't get back to that, they are in trouble. Number 3, the bullpen game. And this is going to be the topic of conversation throughout Major League Baseball, obviously, and in Toronto as well, the bullpen game. You have starting pitching now. I know these are injuries, but on paper, Kevin Gausman, Shane Bieber, Trey Savage, Jose Barrios, Max Scherzer, and Chris Bassett. 6 starting pitchers. You go into this series with 3 of them. Gausman, Savage, and Bieber. You bring this loaded bullpen who has been garbage, and now you run into a situation where you pulled Bieber in the 3rd inning last night, had to run through your bullpen, and you've got Varland and you've got Lauer tonight as a combo. When you could have had Chris Bassett starting, listen, if you have a player or pitcher going 2 or 3 innings anyways, wouldn't you rather it be Max Scherzer? Wouldn't you rather it be Chris Bassett? Sometimes this Blue Jays team just cannot get out of their own way. I worry that already we're looking at... Now listen, at the end of the day, the sky is not falling. The Jays have 2 more opportunities. One of them, should they lose tonight, is in Toronto Friday night with Kevin Gausman. Okay, so all is not lost, but when you're a Toronto fan, you are used to this. It's very easy to get very pessimistic very quickly. Last season, the Leafs are up 2-0 on the Florida Panthers. They're up 3-1 in the 3rd period of Game 3 to go up 3-0 in that series. Who won the Stanley Cup last year? Florida Panthers. Jays were up 8-1 against the Seattle Mariners a few years ago in the playoffs. Who won that game? The Seattle Mariners. So when it comes to Toronto, it is very easy to get very pessimistic very quickly. Obviously, I have confidence in Game 5 with Kevin Gausman. Presumably, it would be against Max Fried. I doubt they would put Luis Gil back out there. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope they can wrap it up tonight. It's been a fun ride. We'll see. But man, isn't it just the best time to be a sports fan? You had the NHL going last night. You have the WNBA is in the finals. You've got the NBA in training camp. You still have Formula One going. And you actually have a race in Formula One between Piastri and Norris, and even Verstappen has a chance. So it's the best time to be a sports fan. So you got to dig it. You've got to dig it, man. 3 bets today. Before we get to that, of course, you can follow me across all my social channels at Tyler Conium, at Twitter, and TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, at Tyler Conium Bets on Instagram. The best place if you want to just follow bets is on Betting Pros, bettingpros.com/u/Tyler Conium, where you can find all my picks and props. Everything is free. We don't charge for picks. It's not what we do. We just talk about sports and sports betting. And tonight's an exciting night. It could be the last time we've got 4 Major League Baseball games throughout the day, so I am very excited for that. My bets for today, I've got a bet in the Major League Baseball, I've got a bet in the NHL, and we've got a bet in the WNBA. Let's start with the MLB, and we're going to start with the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. So we could see every series could wrap up today, theoretically. If the Brewers, the Dodgers, the Jays, and the Mariners all win today, folks, we are into the championship series, so we shall see. As you know, I'm not betting on the Blue Jays. I refuse to bet on the Blue Jays of any kind during this run here. And then you've also got the Dodgers tonight. They're minus 180. I'm not touching that. The Mariners and the Tigers are pretty much a split. I probably lean Tigers in that game just because they're at home. That one feels like it goes to 5 games. But the one bet that I do like is the Milwaukee Brewers here to sweep the Chicago Cubs, and you're getting plus money on that. The pitching matchup is particularly what I like. Quentin Priester is going for Milwaukee. Now, in the playoffs, he doesn't throw very many innings. 5 innings against Cincinnati in round 1. He gave up 9 hits and 3 earned runs. But he's just been steady. In his last 5 starts, including the regular season, he's 4-1 with a 2.8 ERA. He struck out 10 against the Angels. He had a great start against the St. Louis Cardinals. He actually beat the Toronto Blue Jays at the end of August, going 6 innings, allowing no earned runs. And he's going up against Jamison Talon for the Cubs, who has been very, very good. He had 1 start against the Padres in round 1, but only went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 4. The Cubs love going to that bullpen, and he's been good. I just don't know how you stop the Milwaukee Brewers offense. They scored 7 runs in game 2, 9 runs in game 1. Obviously, you have to worry a little bit about Jackson Chourio and his injury and what's going to happen there. He's day-to-day with a hamstring. But man, the Milwaukee Brewers all year long have just been an absolute wagon, and I do not see that changing at all today. I could be wrong. Of course, this game is in Chicago. The Cubs just seem a little bit outmatched. Their biggest thing is offense and scoring runs. But guess what the Milwaukee Brewers do? They score more runs. They average over 5 runs a game during the regular season, and they give up less runs. So I'm going to take the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line there. It's plus money. So you can go ahead and give me the Brewers for plus 105. Switching to the National Hockey League, you've got just a handful of games tonight, 4 games tonight. Man, the NHL schedule, it makes no sense. You dropped the puck on your season opener yesterday with the defending champion Florida Panthers taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. The game ended up being better than it had any business being, but it was 5 p.m. on a Tuesday going up against Major League Baseball playoffs. And instead of putting them against the Oilers or like a great team, they put them against the Blackhawks. Okay. 3 games on opening night. Then you go to today where you have 4 games, and the LA Kings, who played last night against the Avalanche, play again today. Make it make sense. Why are the LA Kings playing? And for that matter, the bet that I like for this game then is the Vegas Golden Knights on the puck line for plus 130. The LA Kings start this season with a back-to-back. They played last night in LA. I know Vegas isn't that far, but you start at home and now you're going on the road to play against a Vegas team who, oh, by the way, is really, really good. The Mitch Marner era will get started tonight for the Vegas Knights. They're the defending Pacific Division champions. The Kings, as I mentioned, lost last night to the Colorado Avalanche 4-1. Didn't play all that well. The Kings finished second to Vegas in the Pacific last season. And they fell behind 3-0 to Colorado in the second period. They did score on a 5-on-3 power play with 4.5 or 5 minutes remaining to break up the shutout, but they almost got shut out in their first game against the Avalanche. Ansi Kopitar is retiring at the end of the year. He's old. Now you got to put him back out there on the second half of a back-to-back. You know, brutal spot for the Los Angeles Kings there. I mean, the Vegas crowd is unbelievable. They're great. They're going to be absolutely fired up. Absolutely fired up to see Mitch Marner and see what he can do. The biggest free agent acquisition of the offseason by a mile. If you look at Mitch Marner's stats for tonight, he's minus 120 to get an assist. He's minus 200 to get at least 1 point. And so I think Vegas starts it off well. They get a team on the second half of a back-to-back. They're going to be tired. They don't have their legs under them yet. Give me the Vegas Golden Knights on the puck line for plus 130. Last bet I like is in the WNBA Finals. Game 3 tonight. The Las Vegas Aces have a 2-0 series lead. And I don't know if they'll win this game as it shifts to Phoenix, but I sure like for them to cover. You're getting 4 points on the Las Vegas Aces. Somewhere you can get 4.5. I saw 4.5 this morning. I ended up having to get a 4. Vegas has won 8 of the last 10 meetings against Phoenix, and they're the dog. 4.5 point dog. They won game 1 by 3 points, 89-86. They won game 2 pretty convincingly, 91-78. Asia Wills has been incredible. And you can say, well, it shifts to Phoenix now. The last 4 games dating back to June 2024 that have been played in Phoenix, Vegas has won all of them. All of them. They beat them 86-83, 84-81, 97-79, and 103-99. All 4 of their last games that they played in Phoenix, they beat them. And the way that the Vegas Knights are playing right now, the Vegas Aces are playing right now, it is hard to, think that we don't see much of the same. Like I said, Asia Wilson's been absolutely incredible. Phoenix is going to need to defend home court, but they don't have you can't understate experience when it comes to games like this. And everybody wants, the underdog story of the Phoenix Mercury, and they've played great. They knocked off the Minnesota Lynx. I get it. And they might very well win this game, but just the way things are going, I feel like this is another one that comes down to the last possession. On the road, Vegas was 23-6 during the regular season. 14-11 on the road during the regular season, so a pretty good road team. So I can't bet against that. I'll take the Vegas Aces plus 4 there. So big night for sports. Go Jays go. My 3 favorite bets are the Brewers on the money line for plus 105, the Knights on the puck line for plus 130, and give me the Vegas Aces plus 4 for minus 110. You can follow me across all my social channels and on Betting Pros, all linked in the description below, whether you're watching or you're listening, available across all of your streaming platforms and on YouTube. Let's go Jays. Come on. One time, baby. Let's win this one. Let's talk sports.